Now in 2007, Justin was just 12 years old and he was on YouTube, which it's crazy to think that he was kind of like a YouTuber before he became a pop star. So many of those YouTubers back in the day tried to make pop music. Maybe they were trying to go off of like the Justin Bieber formula, but clearly it didn't work.
Gotta see you, boo, and this heart's all over the world tonight. Said this heart's all over the world tonight.
His videos gained traction, attracting a loyal following of fans who were captivated by his youthful charm, which pretty much set him up to go into Hollywood because he could prove to the label that he already has a following, so he doesn't have to be like a nepo baby or already part of the industry to really get in. Which is why sometimes I have to remind myself that his first song was that baby song that everyone was playing on the radio and a lot of people hated. It was one of the most disliked videos. Nonetheless, it's a big deal for someone so young to have a first song, like their first track, become like a #1. YouTube played a pivotal role in Justin's early success. The platform provided him with a platform to showcase his talent to a global audience, reaching millions of viewers worldwide. Now, someone who came across one of these videos was actually Scooter Braun, who's someone who I pretty much refuse to talk about on my main channel, but that's why we're talking about this on Let's Get Into It. Now, Scooter was immediately struck by Justin's charisma and musical ability. He recognized the potential superstar in the making and took it upon himself to nurture Justin's talent. He actually flew Justin to Atlanta from Canada, where he introduced him to Usher. Usher then signed him to his label, Raymond Braun Media Group. Actually, his first song was One Time. I don't know how I got that wrong. And that came out in 2009. Which I remember it's like, I'm gonna tell you one time that I love you. That song. Now that song propelled him to the spotlight and he was just a young boy in front of the world.
So how did it happen? Did someone call you and say, hey, I saw your song on YouTube?
After that, management started contacting us, different managers and stuff. We finally got in contact. This guy contacted us named Scooter, who's my manager now, and basically stalked us a little bit, kind of got in contact with us, and finally my mom was calling him back to, say, listen, stop calling me. And he was like, I really see a lot in your son. Like, I can help you guys. And my mom was really skeptical at first, but they ended up talking for a couple hours.
It must be his mother's intuition because, yeah, I would be skeptical too, especially because of what we know about Scooter Braun. Now, in 2009, he released his debut EP, My World, featuring 5 original songs and 5 cover versions. One Time and Baby cemented Justin's position as a rising star. In 2010, he released My World 2.0. The album debuted at #1 on the US Billboard, making him the youngest solo male artist to achieve this in 47 years. But Justin's success was not limited to music. I mean, every young girl was obsessed with him. I feel like nowadays it's not really the case. They kind of are obsessed with Taylor Swift. He quickly became a teen idol, capturing the hearts of millions of fans worldwide. He won a ton of awards and really achieved much more success than many artists have who have been there, for decades. So a lot of people actually had a bad taste in their mouth when it came to him, primarily because people just didn't like his personality. They didn't like to see him succeed, and it really took a toll on him. So let's get into how society and the public treated him. Being famous can be fun, but famous for the wrong reasons, which Justin shouldn't be famous for the wrong reasons, but he was easy to bully. People making fun of his hairstyle and his fashion choices, which, everyone copied his hair at some point, so I don't know who was making fun of that because it seemed like everyone wanted to be him. But a lot of people made fun of him, calling him gay, making homophobic remarks, calling him a lesbian. Additionally, mean-spirited memes targeting Justin circulated widely on the internet, contributing to a constant stream of negative attention. And of course, all of this cruelty coming to him online at a young age, it's not like he even wanted to be a celebrity. Scooter Braun convinced his mom to push her son into this. Let's react to some of these moments where Justin was a kid out here, and a lot of the adults weren't acting like adults.
Justin Bieber on the big screen there. You see the coach say, why would you boo the kid?
The boos are from the guys.
Random people saying you suck. You look like a girl.
So I heard there's a little website because even lesbians like you now.
Yeah. There's a website, it's called Lesbians That Look Like Justin.
That is so sad. And also why the extra lesbian hate. We love lesbians on this channel.
Do you know how many times I've said said to my friends, in real life, that woman looks like Justin Bieber. There's a website dedicated to it. It's absolutely
So mean, and also paired with the song, it's like the lonely song where he's like crying out for help, and we've got Chelsea Handler here reading him down. Now, in 2010, I found this article from TMZ, Justin Bieber, homophobic bullying victim. Now, I don't know why this was written. I guess Justin Bieber was on the receiving end of the kind of hate-filled bullying that has made headlines recently. During a laser tag match Friday, he defended himself from an aggressive kid who referred to him as an F slur. Wow, that's nasty. We're told that during the game, one kid went out of his way to target Justin repeatedly. Sources say that Justin became frustrated when the kid cornered him and wouldn't stop shooting, and when Justin told him that's enough, he responded saying, "What are you gonna do about it? F word." We're told that a shocked Justin replied, "Excuse me," and sources say the other kid replied saying, "You're an F word," and then put his hand out towards Justin, and Justin pushed it away as he left. So I guess maybe they were trying to get ahead of this story, so the boy didn't go to the media saying Justin pushed him away, like by pushing his hand out of his way, you know. The boy's father filed a complaint later, and sources say that the father was heard saying that he's a lawyer, so of course he's going to try to milk Justin of money for this. And I think as adults it's easy to say, okay, you know, you don't look like a girl, or you know, you're not like looking like a lesbian, and you're not gay. But when you're a kid, you can't really like make sense of this, especially when the entire world is against you and everyone already thinks they know who you are. In 2020, this article was published. The headline reads, "Secret Pain. Justin Bieber reveals that he was really considering unaliving himself as a teen after trolls bullied him for looking like a girl." Quote, like, man, is this pain ever going to go away? It was so consistent. The pain was so consistent, he said. I was just suffering, right? So I'm just like, man, I'd rather not feel like this. This article continues, the Love Yourself singer said he was shocked at all the mean comments he received as a teen, with trolls claiming he looked like a girl. He said, "I had no idea that I would get sucked up by all this stuff. There were so many people who were so mean. Random people were like, you suck, you look like a girl. And I would shake it off and act like it didn't bother me. But that stuff really bothered me. And then it affected how I acted and how I treated people." Which would make sense. I mean, if you think like, maybe bad example, but like an abused dog, for example, they're scared, they're maybe aggressive. But it's not like the dog is bad. It's because of what they've seen, like the people treating them. So Justin being, you know, an asshole kind of makes sense because of how he was positioned, how he's been treated. He's always in survival mode. Like, really, guys, give me a break. Who has the time to do this? Here's a video of someone photoshopping Justin Bieber as a girl, turning him into pink. Seriously, you guys need to find another hobby. This person tweeted, "I've never seen so much homophobia towards a straight man in my life." Which is interesting because we think of like Harry Styles, who is straight but has like, you know, some flamboyant tendencies and people love him for it. But Justin Bieber, like, you know, seems anywhat gay, which he doesn't. Then everyone's dragging him. Maybe that's just a sign that the times have changed. This person wrote on Reddit, "Does anyone remember the level of hate Justin Bieber got when he was a kid? I'm younger than Justin, but now I can look back in retrospect and come to realize the extent of hate directed towards Justin Bieber when he was only 15. I remember him being called gay as an insult by many people I knew as well online. I definitely recall grown adults chiming in to bully this kid about everything, his voice, his haircut, literally anything they could find, and he became a running joke for years in pop culture. It was almost trendy to hate him, but then sexualize him on the same coin. It's a pattern we can see in many other child stars." Which is such a valid take. I agree with it. This person writes, "The homophobia, misogyny, the weird sexualization that Justin and his fans had to put up with when they were all under 18 was deranged." This person wrote, "He couldn't do anything right in the eye of the adult world. That who is in charge of regular media, because social media was not what it was today." So back then, like, all of these media reports that we got were coming from adults who just discounted him. Despite these efforts, his behavior is often misunderstood as mere brattiness, failing to recognize as a defense mechanism against the hate he experienced in his formative years. Which, again, I think is like really thoughtful to consider, especially because it's so easy to call someone privileged, which I think we can all agree that he is privileged, but also at what cost? It's part of the reason why we saw Justin take a dramatic turn. I think for one, he's just growing up, but then two, I think he wanted to like be perceived as more edgy, more masculine, tatted up, muscular, you know, someone you don't want to mess with. Thank you for watching this clip from the Let's Get Into It podcast. To view the full episode, visit the link listed below.